Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here, along with my creative girlfriend, Lisa Rojas. We own Bella Crafts Publishing, and we do a quarterly magazine that's free to download. So if you're not on our list yet, why not? It's free. So
I know, right?
Sign up. Lisa will put a link in when I'm doing my project. We are happy to be here today with Artesprix as our sponsor. I'm going to do some ornaments. Lisa did an adorable gift bag just 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So,
and it took all of what, 20 minutes, if that?
They don't take long.
They don't.
They can take as long as you want.
Yeah.
Or they can be quick. So I'm going to show you two different ways for ornaments. Something that could be just so quick, and something that takes a little bit more time. And
yeah,
it just depends what you want. But these ornaments, these are sublimation ornaments, and Artesprix has a whole line of sublimation ink pads, markers, paints, so you don't have to delve into sublimation with the printer and everything. You can go slowly, see if you like it. And this is a great intro to sublimation. And the results are fabulous.
Yeah. And like you said, easy. It is very easy to do. I mean, if you're on the fence about trying it, I'm like, no, go for it, because it was out of my wheelhouse, and like I said earlier, as soon as I heard I could use my own stamps, I was there.
Yep. You can use your own stamps, your own stencils. You can't use stamps with writing on them because they'd be backwards.
Right.
But you can use stencils because you can turn the stencil around. So
yeah,
it's very easy to do.
And Artesprix has an alphabet set that is for sublimation.
Yep. And even Emerald Creek has some sublimation stamps.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Are in reverse. So there are some out there. So you can check those out if you want writing, or you can do what I did. I'll show you how I did it today.
Okay.
It has mixed results.
Well, you never know until you start playing, though, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So
come up with.
But for those of you that are here for the first time, if you like, comment, and share with the hashtag Bella Crafts, you'll be entered for the giveaway, because we do a giveaway every single week with our sponsors. You'll be entered for the giveaway from Artesprix, which is a prize package. And they're very generous, so you want to get in on that.
Yes.
And what else? Lisa, you want to tell them about our group?
There we go. Okay, so along with the free craft magazine, and of course we have ebooks, for crafty ebooks for sale. We also have a group on Facebook called Do You Love to Craft? So if you want to join that group, I'm going to be putting links in when Anne gets started on her project. So just come over and join us.
Yes.
Hi, Becca.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
It's warm where both of you are. Actually, today it's going to be in the 40s here. We had lots of snow, which has melted. Although I was out just a few minutes ago, it's still over by my garage. But 40s, hey, I'm excited. Doesn't take much.
I know, right?
Easily pleased.
Easily pleased. We love that. We love that.
Yeah.
So what did you say who was sponsoring?
Artesprix, yep.
Artesprix. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You said a prize package. So you want to like, share, and comment this video and our video from earlier today from Lisa. And we love
Yes.
it when you share because you guys have a different group of friends than we have. And
Yeah.
that's how, we get our name out there. And it's always nice. Rebecca
Yeah.
said it's 70 here, was 57 in the morning. Yes, I talked to my mom and she said it was much cooler. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it warms up. I'm going to go there next month. So if I'm going to be there, I want it to be warm.
Yeah.
Brenda said it's 81 there. I'd like to be in
81.
Arizona.
Wow. I have no
I don't
idea
have
what.
a reason to go to Arizona right now, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
Arizona's beautiful.
It
Very
is.
beautiful. Yeah.
It is. So I am going to go ahead and put my camera down. I'm going to grab one thing from over there that I forgot to grab. And
Okay.
Lisa is just going to entertain you for a minute.
Whoa!
That could be scary. Oh, no.
Yeah, that is kind of scary. And also, before I forget again, because I didn't mention it this morning on my live, we get the majority, 99 whatever percent,
0.7.
0.7 exactly, right? On replay. So because of that, we like to keep the giveaway open until the following Tuesday at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Central Time. Okay, so you have almost a whole week to be able to like, comment, and share and, get your name in there for the giveaway. So you want to make sure that you do that.
Well,
All
and
right.
you can, if you do all three of those things, you're entered 3 times. Because
Right.
we don't sort through and pick people out. Everybody goes in there.
Yep.
So
This is
I'm
true.
going to, Amy says, I'm not sure what the weather is here today in southern Indiana, but the sun's been shining. You haven't been out in a couple days because you have COVID, right, Amy?
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew she was. Yeah, she was sick last week, wasn't she?
Hey, Jeannie.
Hi,
Yeah,
Jeannie.
it's rough. Okay, so today we are using Artesprix. And I'm going to use my background stamps because I have some Christmas ones. I have holly all around and I have the trees all over. And we're going to use the Artesprix ink and of course the ornaments. And I also grabbed some of the markers. Now they have markers that are chisel tipped and fine point, and I'm using both. And to do this, all you need is simply plain copy paper. Just exactly what you put in your printer. And for the ornament, what I did, you can kind of see it smudged a little bit. This isn't the one I'm going to be sublimating. I'm going to have to clean this off. But I just keep reusing the same one because I've used it a lot. But I just take and trace around this ornament to give me a guideline of where I want to stamp. All the way around. And then I do the circle where the ribbon goes to, because I don't want to put anything right there that might be important. And what I did was I went ahead and did this 4 times. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect if you go out a little bit. This is just a guide for you to stay within those lines. And pencil does not transfer when you're doing the press. It's not going to transfer. So you don't have to worry about those pencil lines. Now I did 4, but if I'm using my background stamps, I would do 1 in the middle here instead of 2, because that way I have room, because my background stamp is much bigger than this area. And then I can go up and below this space. So that is what I did. And I'm going to show you, I used, if you can you see that cute little stamp there? It has 5 little tiny snowmen. And this is a Unity stamp. I do not have the packaging. I am not sure what the name of this one is. But this is one of the ones that I'm using. It's just adorable. So all you need to do is take and ink it up. And I want to make sure I get all of it. And these ink pads are nice and juicy. And I want to center it. So like I have that outline so I can determine where I want to go. And the reason I put that hole in was so I didn't put the hat up there or anything. And then you just press down. Like that. Isn't that cute? And then you just wipe your stamp off with a baby wipe. So this is adorable. And what I did was I stamped it 4 times. Just so that if I made an error, I could easily fix it and continue. So I didn't have to get my ink out again or anything. Then, trying to keep everything out of the way here. Then let me keep this one here. So then I would pick one. I did them at different heights. I forgot to put the circles on those 2. And I went a little higher because I made a mistake on one I did earlier. But all I would do now is I would take my markers and put my reading glasses on so I can see. And I would just outline what I want to color in. It's that easy. It's hard to shade with these markers because they're much duller before you press them than they are once you press them. So I didn't even try to do any shading. But I did the hat and scarf pink.
How crazy is it that you are coloring this week and I am not?
I know, right? Because I do not color a lot at all. And then I'm doing this in purple. And I chose this stamp because it fit easily on here, but also because I have 5 kids. Even though they're all grown, I have lots of ornaments on my tree with 5 snowmen or 5 of something with their names underneath. And this I thought was perfect. So I would color the whole thing. And then I wanted to put their names underneath. I am not good at writing in reverse. So what I did, I don't have this plugged in, but I took my light pad and turned it around. And then I wrote their names with pencil underneath each of the snowmen that I wanted. Like this would be Callie because it's the smallest. The next smallest would be John, going youngest to oldest. And then David, Michelle, and Bruce. So I just wrote their names. And then I put 2023 up here. And then I turned it around. I had the light pad on. I don't want to put it on because then it would be light on light with the camera. It would be horrible. So then I just turned it around, and with the light pad, I could see perfectly. And then I took the black fine tip and I wrote that in. So you can see that here. I have it all colored and all written in. And I actually did 2 of them because I didn't like the way Michelle's name was all scrunched up on there. So I did it a second time. And these colors are really light compared to what they're going to be. So I put 2023, John, Michelle, Bruce, David, and Callie, and then the Butler kids. That's simply what I did. And then I'm going to take and open my ornaments and grab them out. And this, you can do something on both sides. Like I could have did the snowman and then just put 2023 really big on the back. But I chose to put it on the front. And then because I trace that, I'm able to line this up almost perfectly. And then we're going to take some heat resistant tape, which is also from Artesprix, and tape this in place. So put it down. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to tape it. I'm going to do it in about 3 or 4 places to make sure it doesn't move at all. But that's how quick this is. I have another one that's way quicker because you guys didn't watch me color all those in, but really it didn't take that long. And you can do it with so many stamps. There's so many cute stamps. I was looking for my poinsettia stamp, but I found the snowman when I was looking for the poinsettia one and thought, oh, that's perfect. So there, that's all taped and secure. And then you're going to take some of the protective paper from Artesprix, and you want it to cover this whole thing. And I'm just going to cut that off. And mine is a little bit bigger because I didn't trim down this paper. So if I do it like this and fold it in half, I can save the other half of this for something smaller. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure to turn it over so that the paper side is against the heat press. I'm going to move that over. So you want a protective mat, which is also from Artesprix. I'll put this down. And now this protects your mat. It protects your heat press. And if there's any blowout anywhere, it just protects everything. Now my heat press has heated up. I'm going to set it on here and start it. I have it at 400 degrees for 75 seconds. That is what is recommended from Artesprix. So like on their site, they have all of their blanks. It also says the temperature and how many seconds they suggest. If you want to do double-sided ornaments, would you put both sides on at the same time, then heat it? Valerie, I think I do one side at a time because you really want the heat source against the paper and the sublimation piece underneath. So that ink, it turns into like a gas for sublimation. And then that can all be released because you are holding the heat press right on top of it. So I would do one at a time. And a double-sided ornament is perfect because on most trees, you can see both sides at some point. So I'm just giving this a little bit of pressure, not much. It didn't say I had to give it a lot of pressure or anything, but I like to give it just a little. And there we go. I'm going to move this back out of the way. And this is extremely hot. So, and because it's metal, I'm just going to pull it off to the side and I'm going to show you the other ornaments that I did. So I told you for the background stamps, I did just one ornament on a piece of paper because that way I could take my background stamp and I just inked up the center of it and I placed it on and placed it and pushed on it. Now you can use a MISTI because you can easily put this inside your MISTI and hold it down with magnets. And then I would place this on here so that I make sure I get all the way to the edge. And then I would secure that pad to the cover. And you don't have to have a MISTI, but when you do, if you want to give it a second coat or a second inking, it makes it way easier because everything is all lined up. So for this, I just simply went like this. Now you're not going to really see the pencil marks after you do this. But with this pattern, you can just kind of put your ornament wherever you want. And that's a little bit light right there. So I'm just going to do it one more time. And it's because it's such a big stamp that it does take pressure to transfer all that ink. It's not that the stamp pad isn't juicy. It is. There, that's a much better print. And then I will, of course, clean this off. And look at that impression. Now I'm going to heat one of these up. I did both the trees all over and the holly. I'll heat one of those up after we reveal the swan. I think the reveal is the funnest part. Now I'm just going to loosen the tape up just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Isn't that cute? Just so cute.
Oh, that turned out good.
I would maybe do their names in all capital instead of capital and small, but I can still do that on the back. Now, if you notice, this stamp, they had no noses. I went ahead and colored noses in orange, so they would all have a carrot nose.
Oh, that's so cute.
But that is just so cute. And look at how much brighter those colors are. Let me grab the one that...
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy, right?
So you can see how bright those colors get and how quick this is to do. I mean, it's so stinking cute. Now, I won't reuse this at all, so I'm just I can reuse the tape. I should actually put that over here. I can reuse that tape, but just I mean, I knew it would be cute. It is. It's just stinking cute, right? So now I'm going to take the pad again, and I'm going to take the holly and one of the ornaments, and I can see the lines right there. I don't know that you guys can see those lines, but I can see the lines. And like I said, it doesn't really matter. The stamp is bigger than the surface, so you could go either way, but you just want to have all of that covered. And I mean, this doesn't have the year on it or anything, but this would be cute for the back of ornaments. So it wouldn't have to be the front. It could be the back. You just put a fun design on there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Just love how it just all curls up. It is a cool process, Amy, and it's just so simple. I mean, like Lisa did earlier, she just did a, she just used stamps. This is just stamped, and then with the markers, it's super easy. We're going to have to get the paints and try the paints for you guys, because I think that would be beautiful for a mixed media piece. Okay, make sure that's big enough. And I like to make it a little bit bigger in case there's any blowout with any of the ink. I've never had that problem, but the one time I would cut the paper too small, I could see having that problem, right? So again, I'm going to turn this over, hold this down, and bring my iron in and start it. So these are quick and easy, and they're just so much fun. I mean, the detail of the stamp shows up perfectly. And what's really cool is those black lines from the scarf and the hat, even though I colored over them and you couldn't see them, they just show up after it's pressed. That's what's so amazing about this. It's such a fun, and they're easy to do. But yeah, I love the fact that you can color over something, but the black from the stamps will still pop through. So the only thing I'd do differently with that one would be write their names with capital letters. I think it wouldn't be so bunched up, and my A's didn't turn out very good, even though I was using it from the back. I don't love my A's. So this is at 0. I'm going to move it back over here. And I'm going to slide this one off and move the heat pad out of the way. Now for this one, because it is just holly and it's a solid color, like I said, it would be perfect like on the back side of this ornament. It would give it, you know, a great second look. But what I also thought, see, look at how this all blew out, because my pattern extended beyond the piece. That would be why. But I grabbed some glitz gel in red, and I have a toothpick here also. I thought once this is done, I could take and add those little touches. Oh my goodness. I love it. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, it's a little hot. I'm going to just leave the tape right there. Actually, I want to be able to put some of the gel on for you guys. Yep, it's a little hot. So again, you can save the tape if you're doing a bunch of them. You can save the tape and reuse the tape. But don't reuse the silicone paper. Isn't that cute? It would make such a beautiful background. Now I need to let it cool. Oh, it feels much better now. I just want to show you what this would look like. Now you could use, I'm using the glitter gel, which is rich and creamy, or you could use stickles, or there's some glitter paint you could use. Now, I just stirred it up, and I just want it on the very, very, very tip. And I just want to add just a titch of it to those berries, because this will, nothing's going to happen to the sublimated part. And this is just going to give it a little bit of color. And with that green behind it, that isn't even a big deal. But this will go nicely with the ribbon. And like I said, it would be super cute on the back of your ornaments. You know, if you did a two-sided ornament. I can tell when I don't have enough and when I have too much. Now you can make it bigger than the berries that are on there too, because then you would just be going a little bit into the white, which would be fine. But doing it with a toothpick makes it really easy. You're not squeezing a bottle, which can be very tiring for your wrist. If you got that gel on and leave it, if you got that gel on the leaves, would it wipe clean? It would wipe. You could just take a baby wipe and wipe it right off until it dries. Once it dries, it would have to be picked off, and I wouldn't want to pick it off. But yeah, if you're doing this and you got it on the leaves, you can just wipe it off so easily. But this just kind of makes this whole pattern pop. Now I want to make some of them just a little bit bigger. But I just think this puts like a finishing touch on this. Now I did the Christmas tree one too. And the Christmas tree background has stars on it. So for those stars, I would use some of this glitz in gold and do the stars. So that would be green and gold, or you could use silver. And I think that would be really pretty too. And if you don't get it exactly on the dot, not a big deal. Like I said, you can wipe it away, but even if it's off a little bit, it's still going to look super pretty. And this is almost easier, I think it is easier, than when I stamp this background and have to color these in. Much easier with the toothpick and adding that glitz. So you could even add some of the glitz to the leaves if you wanted to highlight a little bit of the greenery. But I think it's pretty just the way it is. Trying to see if I got all of them. Nope, there's one more. Like that. But see how easy this is? And I just love how this background turned out. When I stamped it out, I wasn't 100% sure. Now you want this to dry because it, let me bring it up so you can see it. Isn't that cute? Let me see if it will focus in just a little bit better. There we go. But you want the glitz to dry. It'll take, because it's such a small amount, I missed two. Because it's such a small amount, it will only take about 20-30 minutes. But just let this sit here and dry. But if you wanted to do this to the back of all your ornaments, how fun is that? I mean, that is super fun. That's why I put the 2023 on the front side of this too. But isn't that super fun? I just love it. So I'm going to switch my camera up and let me see.
That is so cool.
It is so much fun. Got to take my glasses off. Needed my glasses so that I could see when I was coloring. You know, it's like, oh, but super cute. I mean, these took minutes. I mean, it took a little bit to color, but even with that, because they're markers and they're not color pencils, it took like 5 minutes. I mean, it didn't take long at all.
Nope.
But this one took literally no time because it's a background stamp.
And look at how pretty that is with the red.
You just add that holly berries with
that
the glitz.
is way cool.
And it's so pretty. I mean, this wouldn't necessarily be a memory ornament or anything special because it's just a background, but it would be beautiful, like I said, on the back of all of your ornaments, you know. Pops of red. Need my glasses on too. Yes, I know. It's like my cheaters need them just for all that close-up work. But yeah, sublimation is so cool. I mean, and they're not going to smear. Nothing's going to happen to them.
And the colors they're
just
so
intense. And like I said, look at all those lines from the snowman. All those details came through that color, even though I colored over it, or I colored as close to the lines as I could, but still it kind of covered over it. And just easy. You could add a monogram letter to the hollyberry ornament to make it personal. Yes, you could, Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use stencils for that, or if you can write backward, or use a light pad like I did.
Right.
You know, and you know, because you could write anything on the back of this with the year, but I think I just love that.
Yeah. I love that red that just makes the whole thing pop.
It makes it pop, right? I mean, you could go a little heavier with the red if you wanted to, but I don't know. I think that just works.
Yep. I think it's just the right amount.
Thank you, Bonnie.
I was just going to say that. Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah. I'm going to see if there's anything else. I really like that. So pretty. It would look great on the tree. Yes. The holly design is stunning. Thank you. I love that stamp. I mean, I love all my background stamps, but for Christmas, the holly one has my vote.
Yep. I like the snowflake one myself, but
Well, I love the snowflakes. My favorite one is the flourish.
oh yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how easy it is. I mean, you have some markers, you have some copy paper, and use the stamps you have. You have to have things that are, a surface that is for sublimation.
Right.
But when they're done, oh my gosh, they just look fantastic. I mean, look, because they shine, they
Love that.
shimmer, it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
Now,
Love.
if you were going to do this to the back of ornaments, I would do all the fronts first. And
Oh
then
yeah.
I would do the backs and then put the glitz on, because you wouldn't want to put this under the iron with the glitz on it.
Oh yeah, because it'll melt it, right, and smear it, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it would do, but I would assume it would melt all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That would,
just
yeah.
just so you know, don't do that until I'm gonna shut that off. Don't do that until you've done all your fronts. Yes, thank you, Karen. Watch the replay and buy good love nice stamps. So we have a winner from last week. They won. I had a new digital set for Christmas cards. If you watched last week, they were a Merry Christmas and their card fronts so that you can print them out. It's a digital product. So we will email it to you. And Lisa has the winner.
I do.
She does.
And, although I didn't see her today, but she is one of our regulars, though. Deborah Bartz. I think it's Bartz.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Deborah.
Congratulations, Deborah.
Congratulations. Yes.
We do have your email, so we will send that out to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She was at the event, so
Yep.
We'll just send that out.
Yeah.
So we will be back next week, and actually, we're doing Christmas projects again. Go figure. I love Christmas.
Me too.
But we'll be back next week, and then we're going to take a hiatus.
Yay.
For the holidays. We're taking a couple weeks off.
Yes.
But
we will miss you all so much.
Well, we want you all to have a Merry Christmas. Yes.
Yes, we do. Happy holidays and all that.
Yes. So we will be back next week at noon and 2 Central Time with 2 new Christmas projects for you. We hope you join us. And until then, take some time to craft.
Yes, because it's good for your soul.
It is. And yes, it is the most wonderful time of year, Rebecca. I agree with you.
Yep.
I agree with you. And thank you, Brenda. Yes, we, I think we started that 2 years ago. Lisa convinced me I could take time off.
It only took me 10 years to get her to that point, but
well,
better late than never.
I was explaining to one of our authors whose book we're releasing at the first of the year that we were taking these 2 weeks off. And I said, but that's okay. I'll work on the pictures for your book. And she's like, yep, you're taking time off. And
that
I said,
well, for you.
it's not, there are still things to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
besides 16 pairs of pajamas. Which I've had the fabric for since September.
I know, right? I still have to finish decorating, although Rich did 99% of it. Thank you, honey. But yeah, I mean, when coming back from being sick, you play catch up for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But we appreciate every single one of you being here, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a great week.
Yeah.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.